After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a run-down building on the outskirts of town. Where are we?
It's better if I just show you.
Dun dun dun! I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is.
Is this a vet's office?
It looks like they're the little animal cages. It looks like.
Is he a veterinarian?
I don't know.
Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back.
Maybe he's like an animal surgeon or something.
Yeah, that would make sense because, like, surgery's kind of gothy, you know?
Well, yeah, and, like, not being afraid of death, maybe? I don't know. Damien walks off down the corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building.
Can you imagine if we took AJ to the vet and he showed up and was like, "Hello, I see you have an issue with your
You mean instead of that bitchy secretary lady that
thought we were lesbians,
that thought we were a
mean?
lesbian couple and then was sassy to you every time you came there after that?
I think, one time Raphael picked up AJ's meds and then she was nice to me again. So,
because we broke up.
Yeah. Because Stacy and I broke up and I got together with a guy, but now I broke up with the guy. Who knows what's going on now?
Mari and I have never dated before, somebody who hasn't heard that, but we...
Are you and Stacy together?
No, we are not together. We have never dated. It's not going to happen. Distant howls echo from some... Not that Mari isn't absolutely wonderful and a treasure to whoever finally lands in her lap.
People, some guy was like, "We all know you're secretly dating Stacy," and I was like, if I was dating two people, you would know. Like, I would not stop bragging about it.
Why would we have it be a secret if we were dating? That's kind of like...
Why? Yeah.
Everybody wants us to date. Why would we keep it a secret?
No, it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Fool. Because I think it's shameful. Therefore, you must be ashamed too.
Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on.
Hey, sailor.
Mary, what are you doing here?
Give it a rest, buddy.
You aren't here for the fight club?
I don't want to get punched in the face.
Ah.
Great, because this is an animal shelter.
A what?
We take care of stray animals, and people adopt the stray animals. Don't you want to see the pets when you walk? Didn't you see the pets when you walked in?
Maybe Damien's adopting an animal.
Maybe he runs the pet shelter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering in an animal shelter.
Oh, that's why Robert's dog ran up to Damien, probably because Damien probably helped that dog.
Rescued it!
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, he's like, I found him on the street. He probably helped that dog in the past, and that's why the dog liked Damien.
Maybe, yeah.
Ugh.
Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment.
Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Damien?
Oh
what?
my god, what?
This is amazing!
Him in a ponytail is hot.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey, the nerd look is fucking doing it for me. You know what? I think I just like it when people have designated looks and suddenly they go for a completely different look, and I'm like, this isn't expected.
It is always really cool when you see somebody who you're used to seeing one way, like, completely change, and you're just kind of like, whoa, you know?
Versatile.
Yeah. And you're like, wow, like, they're hot no matter what. Cool. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak. No Victorian-era clothing, no makeup.
You could have still worn the makeup if you wanted to.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think.
Aww.
I'm a normie too. I'm a normie.
No, it's...
I'm a system administrator for the IT department of a realty company.
Oh my gosh. He's a tech nerd.
I wear tennis shoes to work and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store, looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring!
No!
I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am. I need you to know that. I need you to know that I'm actually a really complex person who is more than one dimension, and I'm ashamed.
Who is more than a single-dimensional trope?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs to be attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again?
Who's Duchess Cordelia?
She's one of the pups. Get out all the time. She somehow learned to open doors and now she's unstoppable. She a velociraptor? When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course.
Where could she be?
She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map.
Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form.
She's very smart. Ruthless, even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she'll turn into a werewolf and start eating people. Have you ever watched Eureka?
What?
Eureka?
No.
It's about a town of like super geniuses that the government keeps hidden, and one of the like stray dogs that lives there. Don't worry, the stray dog they like did an experiment on, and the dog had the IQ of like 120.
And the dog is now a genius?
The dog is a dog genius. But they let the dog do whatever it wants, except for this one guy who's like a super smart guy, but he's like an Aussie redneck at the same time. So he's like, I've built up this calibrator. So it's him always trying to find the super smart dog. And the smart dog outsmarting him because he's a super dog made by super geniuses. Anyway, Eureka's a good show until season 3.
What?
You're a perfect little peach, Todd. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold.
Oh.
I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road.
Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house.
Oh wait, we get to see Mary's sick dad, coffee dad, Kale. Oh,
That's Craig.
Smalls. Is that
Robert.
James.
Damien.
Oh, other nerd's house. Who's other nerd?
Hold on. We've got Mario Batali.
The ocean or whatever.
Is-
Oh look! Shit.
Okay.
Who's Mario Batali?
He's a chef, but I'm wondering who she's referring to as Mario Batali.
At least you're not the other nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo.
Where should we head first?
That's me.
Oh.
Where should we head first?
Maybe...
Cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup.
Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time, she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for the bark, bark, bark. It was a really great year for bark, bark, bark. Bork. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Todd?
Gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Todd, you can't shove raisins up your nose, and that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude, and you know what? I made it happen. What?
Ew.
It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils.
Young children really are resilient, I suppose.
Haha, yes, young children. I was 16.
Let's just hope for the best.
We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work.
Why is he not doing yard work on our yard?
We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
Hey, don't step on the grass I just mowed.
Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Aside from your underwatered lawn?
Ooh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously.
Todd, please. You haven't seen a dog running through here, have you? Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to retill the soil.
That could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon.
Whatever it was, must have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please do not hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food somewhere elsewhere? Okay, so coffee spoon?
Yeah, let's try coffee spoon. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt!
Oh.
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get close, though.
Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of Old Grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case?
Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is gonna be so good.
I think he meant to give it to you for the dog.
Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat.
Honestly, I thought this banana bread was for us too. I feel like we're on the right track.
You think?
If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time.
Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any?
Lucien is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there's still dogs in my life, so for that, I'm grateful.
There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy.
Splendid attitude. Let us not waste any more time.
Verily. So, if we're heading east from the coffee spoon...
Bayside.
Oh yeah, Bayside. We arrive back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh?
Oh.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today.
So, what do you think? Any sign of the pooch?
None yet, although who knows if she made it into any of those ships.
The Duchess would do that?
I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Pops?
Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here?
Did you think I stayed inside all day vegging out on the couch and watching TV?
Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
Hey! I'm heading home to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first.
Oh.
Young miss, have you seen a dog around here?
Alright.
Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies and a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever.
Did you see a Mastiff anywhere?
No dice. I would definitely have remembered that. Gotta run through this Doritos about 10 times before the cheese breaks. Now down the molecular structure of the tortilla and make it all soggy. You understand.
I do?
Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Knight 69.
Matt said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here.
Suppose we need to go. Not so east? Okay, not so east. Aquarium?
maybe the aquarium. Yeah, let's try the aquarium. It's like, it's kind of east. That's like northeast, you know? The aquarium. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything?
No dog here. Not any sign of her. Do you know what penguins are considered the goths of the sea?
I love it. Damien, I want to believe you so badly. I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make... Oh. Go ahead. That's you.
I'm saving, so...
Well...
If we're going to find Duchess by sundown.
Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dog does a vampire have?
I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting to...
A bloodhound. I was gonna say bloodhound, Damien.
Oh, yes. Wait!
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Death cult.
Death cult. Ooh.
Death cultivate a more chipper attitude, friend. We're gonna find that dog.
Ha-ha! Smile cracks on Damien's lips.
That's better. I keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. So now we're going to the softball field. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bat slung over his shoulder.
Oh.
Hey bros, what's up?
Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, would you?
One escaped from the animal shelter, and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something.
Nice.
Girls!
Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad.
We have names.
Girls, have you seen any dogs around?
There was a big dog here earlier. He ran off a little while ago, though. I don't think she has an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later.
Huh.
Many thanks, Craig. We're getting like all this dog bait now.
So I guess we try maybe the cul-de-sac? We've already been everywhere. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors.
This is classic Duchess Cordelia. A telltale sign we should approach with caution.
Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up on the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room, looking like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen.
My dog growing up used to do that. She learned how to open the back gate, and then I would cry all the time because she would be missing and I thought she was dead. And I'd wander the neighborhood screaming Roby, sobbing my eyes out, and then out of nowhere, big brown chocolate lab coming in, like, what? And I'm like, Roby! All the time. Very dramatic.
Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet.
Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes home.
Easy peasy.
Duchess, come here.
The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl.
She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Grateful banana bread.
Yeah. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of grateful banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread if that's what you're into.
What's left if it's vegan and gluten-free?
Bananas, any type of flour that's not made with wheat. You can still make vegan baked goods.
I have a question for all you vegans out there. Whenever I go to Whole Foods, I see vegan sugar. I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, what's in the non-vegan sugar?
It might just be made in a facility that processes other
No
things.
meats.
Or like anything that has to do with animals. It's kind of like some people like, it's kind of like with gluten. Like there are a lot of things that people have to say like this is gluten free even though it technically is not made with anything that has gluten, because if you process it in the facility that also does gluten things, like even on a different day,
It'll make you sick?
yeah.
Okay, so
The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining.
it's time to go home now, Duchess.
Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move.
Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies.
She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her.
She's so bad. She's a bad girl. You think's gonna happen, Duchess? You gotta be a good girl.
Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog.
What are you nerds doing?
It's Ernest. Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls.
What flavor?
What flavor of pizza rolls are those?
Pepperoni blast.
Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash.
Why is this dog in my house?
It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest.
Ah!
Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll.
Hey, she likes the pizza rolls.
Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face.
Oh no, this is how Ernest is gonna turn his whole life around now.
Hopefully.
Nope, it's true.
Maybe
One time I read a dog story about how this happened.
Maybe they adopt the dog, and so then, you know?
Do you ever read James Harriet stories?
No.
There's the saddest James Harriet story in the entire world, where he just basically explains what this kid comes from the wrong side of town. This is in England, by the way, and he always thought he was a little shit, and he hated him. So one day the kid shows up with a little puppy, and he's like, "My dog's dying. Please help." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "I'll do this for free because I know you don't have any money." And the kid's like, "No, I'm gonna pay for it." The dog is parvo. There's a very slow chance of this dog surviving. And the kid goes around town. He cleans his act up because before that he was like a real bad kid. And saves up money and pays for the treatment of the dog, but the dog dies anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes to the kid's house and he sees like why the kid is such a little shithead, because his parents are assholes. And he's like, "I'm sorry your dog died." And he's like, "Whatever." I was like, "I can give you this other dog that's like completely healthy." And he's like, "I don't want it." And he just goes back to being a bad kid. And he's like, "The lesson I learned is that some people have shitty lives and they're not assholes for no reason." He does it more eloquently than I did.
This is like the 10th different piece of media you've explained to me today.
Sorry.
You're
gonna know every sad story you think of.
For like about every like 10 minutes in our recording sessions, you'll be like, have you ever seen blank? And I always answer no, because I've never seen or read any of these things. And then you're like, okay, let me explain the whole thing to you.
This is one story out of his 17 books of short stories of his depressing animal stories. It's either, there's three things there's a few things.
No.
He'll always talk about how hot women are, imply that his boss is gay in the 1940s. It's true. It's a fact.
What are we talking about?
His boss was gay in the 1940s.
Mari, what are you talking about right
James
now?
Harriet dog stories. Hey.
Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words.
Whoa.
Why you guys, whose dog is this?
It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia?
How do you do?
Dwarf.
We're friends!
The Duchess licks at Ernest's face.
She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her?
Do it!
Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of a...
What?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please, look how cute she is!
Hugo sighs.
We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires.
I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Remember, it's cheaper to adopt a dog, because you can either buy a puppy for $1,200 fucking dollars, or you can get, you know, a 1-year-old dog with all their shots done, already neutered, probably knows not to pee in the house, maybe, but, you know, all that shit's already paid for, and a lot of their, you know, they're not going to pee all over you. Just saying, adopt.
I agree with you that you should adopt dogs, but I also sometimes wonder if you've actually ended up spending more on AJ because...
How dare you? My dog is cheap and garbage. He's the cheapest. I got him a good deal. He was used half off in the used bin.
Yeah.
I got this dog on sale.
And I feel like...
I got him out of the used dog bin. Good used dog bin
the
sale.
used dog bin.
And I was like, this one's just as good. Half off.
It says he's untrainable. Who cares? It says
It's just as good.
It says he'll have panic attacks and destroy your ability to ever collect a security deposit in any place you live. But he's half off.
No way. Come on. It's a good deal. Just as good. Still licks. Still eats. Poops. Cuddles. Does everything. It's a little defective, but I mean, that's why it's half off.
Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form but no, definitely don't. I mean, why pay $1,200 for a purebred dog though? And I mean, so many of them.
Do you know that the ones that are the most expensive are the ones that are the most demented?
Well, and they also have the most health problems because a lot of those dogs, they've
English and French bulldogs don't have the ability to give birth naturally.
I know.
It's so messed up.
Yeah, it's really messed up.
Sorry. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Yes.
I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it? Remember, kids, if you withhold affection from your parents and then only give them affection when you're getting something you want, works every time.
Damien,
no, I'm kidding, don't do that.
Damien
really
places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. That's really manipulative.
Yeah, that's why I said don't do it. It was a joke. Because I'm afraid that some kid's gonna believe me.
They'll
it's
be
not gonna.
Oh, yeah, Mari has great ideas.
The only reason I have great ideas is because I'm making jokes. Don't take them seriously. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. I should teach him some responsibility.
You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though.
The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you.